Hey family, so I was reading Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 in the missing books of the Bible, also known as the Apocrypha books. And in Ecclesiasticus 6, they are talking about friendships, right? So God is saying, like, it says sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings, right? And it says, be in peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000, right? So in that verse, it's like it's okay to be, nice, respect people, be cool with people, but don't just be taking advice from anybody, right? Have a person that you trust, like God, to, you know, discuss your issues with, take, advice from. You just can't take advice from everybody. Because one thing I have learned from God is that sometimes people will give you, what do you call it? It's good advice, but at the same time, it's like the wrong advice, right? So, if God is telling you to move, and somebody like give you some advice and be like, instead of moving to this place, you should move to this place. It still sounds like a good advice, but at the same time, it's still wrong because God specifically told you to go to a specific place. You get what I'm saying? So God is showing us, be cool, be respectful of people, but be careful who you, confide in and take advice and counsel from. And then it says, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him. Okay. So God is saying here, if somebody is trying to be your friend, make them prove worthy of being your friend before you just give them that credit as a friend, right? You got to make sure they're worthy of that title, right? Because we go keep going, we go see why he says you have to make sure they're worthy, okay? Because if you don't make sure they're worthy, this was gonna happen. It says, for some man is a friend of his own occasion and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Okay? So if you don't make sure they're worthy, when you going through something, God said they will not abide in the day of thy trouble. They go run off on you. Right? It says, and again, some friends is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. Okay? So while you eating, they go be there to eat with you. But as soon as that food run out, God is telling us they go dip on you too. Right? And it says, if thou be brought low, he will be against thee and will hide himself from thy face. Okay? So if you ever go through a situation and you brought low, it says those people will hide from you. They won't answer your phone calls. They won't try to help you. They won't do nothing for you. All that eating at the table with you and you helping them and being nice to you. When you going through something, if you don't make sure, right? If you don't make them prove themselves first before you consider them a close friend, this is what's going to happen. Okay? And it says, separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. Okay? So if you have people that really care about you, no matter what you got, if you got food or not, if you got money or not, they really care about you. They don't treat you bad just because you have less or whatever. God said, cherish those people. All right? Because while you running after those people, that you think are better friends, God is saying as soon as time get rough, those people go run off on you. So you should make sure the people that really care about you and that's there for you, that don't care about what you got in your pocket, don't care about what kind of food you got, they still go love you. God says cherish those people, okay? It says a faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that have found such a one have found a treasure, okay? And it says nothing doeth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. Okay? A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. Okay? So God is showing us that if you learn how to have a great relationship with him, how to be friends with him, he will show you, right, how to find those other friends, right? Because here it goes right here. It says, whosoever fears the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. Okay? So if you find yourself, if you work on your friendship with God, your relationship with God, he is telling you, he is letting you know, he will show you, he will give you discernment, right? He will show you people. Okay? And it's not like no hating stuff, right? That God just hates certain people and he just want to make them look bad, blah, 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 none of that. But God will show you who a person is at that time, right? So if you trying to work on yourself and at that time that person is not, he's going to say, this is who this person is right now. They might change later if they want to, but right now this is who they are. And if you keep hanging around this person, this is what's going to happen. All right? Later on, if they change, I will, let you know if you should, reconnect with this person or not. But God is showing us, like, the difference between a bad friend and a good friend. And he also shows us that if we rely on him, if we put our faith in him, he will guide us on everything. He will guide us on, people we should have in our lives. He will guide us on places we should be, right? Things that our purpose in life. It's a lot of people walking around here don't know their purpose. And it's because you won't connect with God. If you connect with God, he will tell you your purpose. He will give you your purpose. And there's a lot of people that know their purpose and they running from their purpose because they don't want to do it. And I tell y'all should stop running. Okay? I tried for a little bit. It's not going to work. You can't run. Like Jonah, how he tried to run, guess what happened to him? He got swallowed up by a whale. Okay? And he had to stay in there until he agreed to fulfill his purpose. So if you know your purpose, you might as well stop running because it's nowhere you can run, okay? But I hope this little message that we went over today helped somebody on friendships and, people you should have in your life, okay? Because if you choose the wrong people to be surrounded by, it will mess your life up. You will never prosper, and they will tear you down, break you down, right? And leave you to die, all right? I love y'all, family. Have a great day.